Testing, testing. Is this thing on?
I see what's happening. Yeah. Face to face with greatness and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's adorable. Well, it's nice to see that humans never change. Open your eyes, let's begin. Yes, it's really me, it's how we fit it in. I know it's a lot, the hair, the heart, and you're staring at the
Good morning. It is February 27th. Good morning. It is Monday, February 27th, 2023. Our morning meeting for today.
Miss Craven's pets. Our media specialist, Miss Craven, has 3 pets who are all rescued off the street. From left to right, we have Coco, Mary, and Molly. Coco is the sweetest. Mary is the boss, and Molly loves anyone and everyone everyone. She has even jumped into the cars of pizza and Amazon delivery drivers. Like many staff members, Mary is my Bethune cat. She walked into the building as a tiny kitten, and Miss Shaw later found her sleeping by the buses. She saved her, named her Mary, and held onto her until I got back from Ireland. Mary is almost 11, but she still looks like a kitten. My pets are all unique and loving. My daughter and I love our furry family members.
Show us your pets. Remember, we want to feature your pets on the front page of our morning meeting. Students and staff, send your pet pictures to principal@bethuneeagles.net to be included.
Black History Program. We need to start talking about last week's Black History Program. It was absolutely amazing. I think it's a program we will be talking about for a long time to come.
Thanks for making it amazing, Miss Price, scholars, and her team.
Food review. It's time for another food review. It's time for another Bethune Cafeteria food review. This week we are reviewing breakfast for lunch.
Breakfast for lunch. Breakfast for lunch was served with 2 French toast sticks, a turkey sausage patty, cinnamon apples, tater tots, syrup, choice of fresh fruit, and milk.
Here's the review. Matthew rated it a 9 out of 10 because he liked everything about it. The meal, but the cinnamon apples. Alante rated it a 10 out of 10 because it was sugary, but the tater tots were crunchy. Giovanni rated it a 10 out of 10 because it was yummy in his tummy. Also rated it a 5 out of 10 because the tater tots were fine, but the sausage was funny tasting. Charles rated it a 7 out of 10 because the tater tots were decent and so were the French toast sticks, but the sausage wasn't that great. Ruby rated it a 9 out of 10. The sausage is disgusting and she hated the tater tots.
Akibo rated it a 5 out of 10 because the French toast sticks were hard and everything was nasty. Jirel rated it a 7 out of 10 because the sausage was cold and nasty, but the best thing was the French toast sticks. Shane rated it a 9 out of 10 because the sausage was cold and the French toast sticks were good. Sean rated it a 6 out of 10 because the sausage was cold, but everything else was good. Zoran rated it a infinity out of 10 because the French toast sticks were good and the tater tots were crunchy where the cinnamon apples were good.
Caden rated it a 5 out of 10. The sausage was nasty, the French toast was good, and the tater tots were better. Damari rated it a 1 out of 10 because the food had no flavor. Adam rated it a 9 out of 10 because it was cold, but the tater tots were good and the French toast sticks were good. Jolinda Moreland really liked the food. Miss Nakanashi was surprised how good it was. She thought the French toast and sausage were awesome and the apples were good. The only thing she did not enjoy were the tater tots because they were a bit soggy. 8 out of 10.
Miss Nakanashi was surprised how good it was. She thought the French toast and sauces were awesome. Oh. Stay tuned. We'd like to thank our students who shared their opinions for this week's food review. Stay tuned for next week's food review.
And now it's time for the history segment of the morning meeting.
On this day in history, let's take a few minutes to learn about different things that happened this week in history.
Today is Monday, February 27th. On this day in the year 1998, 25 years ago, a slice of cake was auctioned off for $29,900. The cake was 61 years old and was from the wedding of British royalty. Hope no one ate it.
It's going to be all moldy with spiders in it. Gross. This week in history. Yesterday was Tuesday, February 28th. On this day in the year 2012, 11 years ago, fossils of a rare penguin were found in New Zealand. This penguin would have stood as tall as a man when it was alive.
Wednesday is March 1st. On this day in the year 1994, 29 years ago, Justin Bieber was born, and he's a Canadian pop star who became popular by posting videos of his music on YouTube. Don't really like him.
This week in history. Thursday is March 2nd. On that day in the year 2014, 9 years ago, Steve McQueen became the first African-American director to win an Oscar. It was for the movie 12 Years a Slave.
This Friday is March 3rd. On that day in the year 2017, 6 years ago, the Nintendo Switch was released. In the first 4 years, more than 80 million Switches were sold.
This Saturday is March 4th. On that day in the year 2020, 3 years ago, Nick Wallenda tight-roped walked over an active volcano in Nicaragua. Nicaragua. Here's a video if you want to check it out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. That was an awesome video. Tying a tightrope over an active volcano in Nicaragua.
I would have been scared to death.
Nicaragua. The news. Here's what else is happening at Bethune this week.
One School, One Book. We are now in our second week of our One School, One Book program. What has been your favorite part about the book so far and why?
Well, my favorite part of the book was when Fern had to beg her father to keep Wilbur in the first place.
My favorite part was when Wilbur broke out of the barn and went like crazy.
This week's reading schedule. Monday, chapter 5, Tuesday, chapter 6, Wednesday, chapter 7, Thursday, chapter 8, Friday, chapter 9.
Read Across America. Thursday is Read Across America Day. Even though we should be reading every day, it's a day when people make an effort to be sure we take time to read. We will have guest readers in the building this Thursday. I wonder who it can be.
Hopefully, it's Barack Obama.
I think he would come all the way to Cleveland.
Charm Your Way. This Thursday, our 4th through 8th grade students will participate in a program called Charm Your Way. Students will learn about manners and appropriate behavior when out and about.
Safety to Go. This Friday, our kindergarten and first grade scholars will participate in Safety to Go in the gymnasium. Kay and Frost get excited for all the fun.
Popcorn flavor of the week. Are you curious about this week's popcorn flavor? It's buffalo.
all February MVPs. Don't forget, if you are a February MVP, you get to attend a student versus staff kickball game. It's coming up at the end of this week.
Responsibility. March begins this week, and we're focusing on the character trait of responsibility. What is one responsibility you have at home? Have at home. Pause the video now and discuss. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back.
Bethune Champions. It's now time to celebrate our Bethune Champions of the Week.
Bethune Champions. A huge shout out goes to Miss Price and her team, Miss Judah, Miss Inzana, Miss Sharp, and Mr. Price for all their amazing work on the Black History Month program. It was the best, and it was thanks to their hard work. Way to go to Kayla Sims for her hard working as co-director of the Black History program. You're an amazing student leader. Black History program scholars, you are amazing. You sang, danced, and recited, and you made us very proud. I think we did great.
I could have done better. Thank you, Miss Bruce, for bringing the Charm Your Way program to Bethune. Our 4th through 8th grade scholars are going to have a great opportunity thanks to you.
Nurse Tony, you are a breath of sunshine. You are always so kind and willing to help anyone at any moment. We're lucky to have you as a part of our Bethune family.
No, really. You have the best manners and we enjoy being around you.
Luke Ross, you are a funny guy. You always keep us laughing.
Jolinda, thanks for smiling. When you smile, it makes us smile.
Miss Hatcher would like to shout out all of her students for being so careful and taking precautions to not touch her sore arm. Miss Hatcher also wants to recognize Miss Mailou for providing resources to our students' parents. You are amazing. Officer Harris, greetings for recording last week's emergency as a February drill. Way to go, George. We called you last minute to fill in this week's morning meeting, and you jumped to the challenge. Great job.
Thank you. Do you know that anyone can share a Bethune champion? Students and staff, if you have something you want to be recognized, if you have someone you want to be recognized at the morning meeting, just email the person's name and why you think they're Bethune champion to principal at BethuneEagles.net.
Joke of the week. What do you call a huge pile of cats?
I don't know. What do they call it?
Of course you think so, Miss Nakanashi. Because she's a cat lady. A meowton. Told you she's a cat lady.
Well, that is it for this week's morning meeting. Let's dance into a new week.
See ya. This is Giovanni
and George
saying peace out.
Cold, cold, fire from down below.